Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And so a wonderful view of this most hallowed turf. A truly special feeling, no matter who is playing at Wembley. Wembley Stadium, connected by EE. The action has already started. And he's quick to get it clear again. Now it's Gordon. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the contribution from this guy, Fermin Lopez, will be key again. He's got the perfect fusion of energy and good vision. So he's going to be busy skittling around the field, both on and off the ball, looking for any space he can exploit. His game is full of devilment. He's a mischief maker.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, there first. And now they can spring out of defence. Sunset. And it's Robertson. Now that looks a decent ball. Good ball over the top. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. João Felix. And it's Sunset. Bruno Guimaraes. Sporting controlling the possession in this early phase. Sunset. Sunset! Fermin. Now it's João Felix. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Chalobah. Hertrauda. Zelarayan. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Zelarayan. Oh, that's fabulous. So it is still 0-0. Gordon. Fermin. Now this could be a chance. That's been slipped through. Acerbi cuts out the pass. Forwards and with intent. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And it's made its way to him. Engages and forces him off the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Great defending, strong and determined.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Gordon goes steaming forward. Is there any support? He might not need it. Takes a shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. In for the pieces! Goal! Sporting! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Bruno Guimaraes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Zelarayan. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that's been won straight back. And that's not going to reach. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Sunset. Gordon chasing after it. Vermin. And it's Cucurella. Andrich wins the duel this time. João Felix. That's been cut out, well played. That has ended up in no man's land. He's under a lot of pressure there. Bruno Guimaraes. That's good running with the ball. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And it's Sunset. Now it's João Felix. Oh, he's found support out wide. Showing good feet. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! He scores! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
That has certainly made things interesting. Goes for a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus service.
Paris Saint-Germain get the second half started.
Sporting clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. João Felix. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's got away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Gordon. Now it's Pedro Neto. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is good alertness. Sunset. And here's Neto. Sunset. Gilmour. Cucurella. Gilmour. To Diawara. He's had it taken off him. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Now it's Zelarayan. He's in plenty of space here. Bremer does really well to win the ball there.
The attendance for this match was
And it's sunset.
96,026.
Timber. Timber making good progress on the right-hand side.
Substitution for Sporting, number 20, Pedro Neto. Coming on the field is...
And here's Almiron.
Almiron. Substitution in progress.
Chalobah did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He has found the way through. Lovely bit of skill. That is good strength. Sporting perhaps contemplating their next change here. Taken back almost at once. Andrić. And it's Cucurella. Andrić.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Cucurella. Bruno Guimaraes tries to play it through, and he shoots! Goal! Sporting! And they're back in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Substitution for Sporting, number 6.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Number 19.
Sporting take the lead.
Robertson. Coming on the field.
Sporting have now used up all but one of their substitution
Number
windows.
37, Spinazzola.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Great ball if he can get there. Almiron. Hangs in across. Defending of the desperate variety.
Sporting clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Angers. Now it's to Paul. Cucurella. He is just caressing the ball. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. It's a pretty loose pass. And he's in a real chance! Now it's Bernardo Silva. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Gordon. He's had a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Cucurella. Just 5 minutes left. Sporting close now to seeing this one through to the end. He's found a way through. He's having a shot! It's there! They have stolen level at the last! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Andrić. Now it's Gordon. Driving on and making good progress. Threads one in. It's a promising position. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Chap gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And that's it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Sporting certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacate.
Can he finish?
He's done very well to get to that.
Pogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Good read, needed to be. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Alaba. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, a lot has been said, Peter, about this guy, Julian Alvarez. I remember him from his breakout performance back in 2020 in the group stages of Latin America's greatest club competition, where pretty sure I remember he got 5 goals and an assist. Now, back then, I saw him as a very versatile forward who can play anywhere across the line, so this is a great guy to have in your squad.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Now it's Gordon. No, that's been intercepted. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Robertson. Andrick. Picked out brilliantly. Looking for options for movement. And it's Timber. Cross to the back post. Sporting still without a single shot on target. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Kudus. And Kudus! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Sunset. Now, can they get him away? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's neat.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Alvarez. It's shot, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? He's gone for goal! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Andrick. Timber. Now that looks a decent ball. He won't be happy with that one. And he opts to go forward. Acerbi gets over and intercepts. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out.
Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Alaba. Pogba.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Sunset. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Bruno Guimaraes. Robertson. Nice physical challenge. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Robertson. Kudus. Sunset. Gordon receives it in a good position here. He's having a go! It's anyone's ball now. Oh, what has happened here?
It's a sharp pass. Pogba.
And Diaz. Odegaard. Alvarez.
Terrific header! It's in! Deep into first half stoppage time, a crucial goal!
Satisfyingly. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Sporting can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Now it's Diaz. And it's Sunset. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries a deft little ball. Cleared away. Diaz. Spread out to the left. He's got away. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Bruno Guimaraes. Some front-footed pressing going on here. And he's managed to get free. Sanchez herring after the ball here. Sanchez
Did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Now it's Diaz. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. Kudus picks it up out wide. He's having a shot! In he goes again.
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
It's their second corner of the game. Teat gets it away. Oh, this is a good chance for a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Ambitious ball here.
Nicely worked.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with.
Rema does well to get it back.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's taking no chances there.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Now this could be a chance. Decent chance! Bremer can get it clear. Chance! Oh, taken with style! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So that's 2. Oh, what's he done? Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Gordon actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Substituição em campo.
Corner number 2 then.
Camisa 8. Camisa 10. Camisa
Tries to get it clear.
Deixando o campo para a entrada
And now they can spring out of defence.
Camisa 20. Camisa 21. Camisa 9.
That's been cut out, well played. And that's another good win of the ball. Schlotterbeck. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's well spotted. Into the last quarter of an hour. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He has a look up. Diaz. Aimed beyond the defence. Diaz. Cleared without complication. Schlotterbeck. And Morris!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
He's in space and looking for options. Lovely bit of skill.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think...
Alvarez! And that is doing no harm at all. Well, that is one way to stop him. Bernardo Silva. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are cruising away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A case now of complete control. And the shot! In for the pieces! He scores! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
And that will be it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Now it's Azar. Now it's Gordon. Great vision.
Bernardo Silva could try cutting inside here.
That has been knocked clear. Can he get on the end of this?
I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Bernardo Silva. He's a real box of tricks, Peter, with a super first touch and a really nice, silky smooth dribbling style. He's also got an eye for a telling pass, and he's a more than decent finisher too. What we don't usually comment on is his phenomenal work rate.
Odegaard! He's scored! There is the breakthrough! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It is a super start. So far, so very good.
Looking to go deep.
Kudus.
Now it's Diaz. Bernardo Silva
Wins the duel this time.
looking tidy in possession here.
Now that's well seen too. Sporting are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Stood up well to him there.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Andrić. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Timber. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights. Sporting really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And he cuts out the supply.
Now it's Pedro Neto.
And he welcomes it in. It's a loose ball.
Fabian Ruiz.
Some resolute defending there. Threads one in. Sporting have reclaimed it. Opts to play it back.
He's having a go! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Odegaard. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Pedro Neto. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And he's had it nicked away. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Torgan Hazard. Shot could be on. Now, who's going to be first to this?
That is good strength.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Looks a good ball through. Gordon, here's onto this. He could shot a goal! Really well taken goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, something tells me there'll be a few more twists and turns before it's all over, Peter.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Bruno Guimaraes, Pedro Neto. Fabian Ruiz. Alvarez. Bruno Guimaraes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Defending of the desperate variety. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Sporting are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Now it's Kudus. Bruno Guimaraes. Robertson. Played into space out wide. Hakimi. Ødegaard looking understandably energised after his goal. Diaz. Torgan Hazard. He has found the way through. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Diaz.
That was lovely, that.
Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Has a shot! Tries to pass it through. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Alaba. Nicely weighted ball. Timber. Kudus. Andrik.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Can he latch on to this? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Ødegaard. He's beaten the... And a chance! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Now it's Gordon. Tries to play it through. And he's on his way! He's through and all alone! Well read, and the danger is averted. And we have our very first corner. And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. That's been cut out, well played. That's an imaginative pass.
Torgan Hazard.
Now it's Alvarez, looking for the run. Pass somewhat off target.
Oh, what's he done?
They're urging him. Decent chance! And it's in!
And they get themselves in front! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So we have
And the shot!
a real chance and a real let-off.
Substituição para o Sporting. Número 9.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Número 39. Vão dar os seus lugares a
Alaba.
Número 6.
Sporting do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Teat promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Mahrez. Andre. Now it's Gordon. Knocks it into space.
Chance!
And the lead stays intact, just.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Hakimi. Mahrez. Alvarez.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
He's having a shot! And that would have won it.
De Jong really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Teat is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's on it, can he get away? He's picked his way through. And that's a good ball.
Great chance! They've scored! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will...
And the finish! In for the pieces!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Diaz clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, nicely intercepted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
He's being urged to shoot.
It's Luke de Jong!
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Timber.
Foram indicados 4 minutos de compensação.
And it's Pogba. That has been cut short. Timber. Oh, good spread. Back into the middle. Pogba. Can he get it through? And he's managed to get free. Diaz. Tries to get it clear. Andrić. Sunset. Sanchez calmly anticipates. And that is that. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Gordon picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points. and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.